All right, guys. So I am finally back home. I am back in my house here in Texas. I am back to my desktop computer, and yeah, it's good to be home, guys. We got a few decent movers here this morning. I'll go over them in a little bit. Before I do, go check out Trade Ideas. You can see the link in the chat. Go check them out. Best scanners in the game by far. Super dynamic, customizable, allow you to do a lot of different stuff. I'm going to be working on that Trade Ideas video coming soon where I break down how to really set up a scanner with a specific strategy or build your own scanner. And so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, so I should have everything up and running. I'll be back in about 20 minutes or so. But yeah, up until then, go check out Trade Ideas and we'll start looking at what's moving. Maybe review some news before we start trading this morning. All right, guys. So we are back today. Let's do this. Sorry, let me get Mitch in here, and I'll probably get the face cam out again today. Might as well. I'm back home I'm back in my lovely house in Michigan. It's been a long time since I've been back here. My house is not quite finished yet, but the drywall people are finished, and so um, yeah, so we're back in. We gotta, we the last thing we have to do is get everything painted here, but it's better than nothing. And I'm glad to be home. I'm glad to be back in my desktop computer. And yeah, let's do some training today. All right, guys. What's up, Jeremiah? James, what's up, brother? Scott Jr. Good morning. John Ennis, Mitch, what's up, bro? Rick. All right, let's do this. Yeah, so we got Mitch here. I don't know where he's at. Let me see if he can hear me. Yo, what's up? All right. Yo, yo. All right, here. They can't hear you. Hold on, let me fix this. There we go. I forgot my speakers at my mother-in-law's, but that's okay because I got these speakers. All right, say something.
Yo, yo, what's going on, traders? How we doing? Good morning.
There we go. Yep, it's working. All right, guys. I'm gonna get this face cam set up, and so give me a minute. I'll let Mitch hold it down until I get that up.
All right. All right, guys. How we doing out there, traders? Just starting up the morning, playing a little good music in the ears, getting ready for the day. Going to be looking at a couple stocks today. Overall, something that I will be looking at today is kind of the bank sector. This is not something I look at too often, but uh, we did get Deutsche Bank here, kind of restructuring their whole business, taking away a lot of their trading and moving into corporate bank, kind of corporate banking. At one point, Deutsche Bank was said to compete with banks in America, some of the biggest. And now, definitely, you can tell Deutsche Bank taking a step back and realizing, hey, we're not going to be able to compete with banks of that level. We're going to restructure and try to become more profitable, and so they can get their business back to where it was. Um, I
To
think
quote,
all the
The Big
banks.
Short. Here, my bad, bro. I just gotta say
No,
this
you're
quote.
good.
To quote The Big Short, Deutsche will buy anything.
Hey, yep, that's the truth. I mean, at one point, Deutsch was really really strong, um, but they've been hit with so many fines from different countries and the UN, the ECU, Russia. Uh, they were hit with a couple $1 billion in kind of fees from doing money laundering for Russia. There's plenty of hits that Deutsche Bank has taken over throughout the years. They were they just kind of cleared a settlement in 2017 for the 2008 kind of mortgage-backed securities fine, and all these are just coming into play here. And this stock definitely taking a hit here today. It's down. It's about 40 cents, down about almost 5% right now. I'm going to be just keeping an eye on this as because of this move, you're starting to see a lot of the banks actually get downgraded. And I'm going to be looking for the banking sector to kind of be taking a pullback today. Stocks like Bank of America, Deutsche Bank, Wells Fargo, stocks like that.
Yeah, man. We all see. Can y'all see me? Y'all should. Oh no, y'all can't see me. Okay, here you go. I forgot I'm back to my regular computer, which is better. There we go. All right, so y'all should be able to see me now, right? Let me get a test. Test one, two. Mitch should be good on my end now.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right,
I can hear you.
let's do this. No, can you see me though?
Oh, well, let's find out.
Okay. Let's see if you can see me.
Yo, I
All right.
see you. I see
All right.
you.
All right.
All right,
Yeah,
perfect.
is this one better, guys, or should I do this one? Like, I got two of them. Maybe that one. Is that one better? A little bit better. I mean, this is my main monitor right here, and so I just want to. I think maybe I should leave that one up, but who knows? I might stick with this one though. Here we go. All right, guys. So let's do this. So yeah, so looking at some gappers that we have this morning are SGMO. We got SGMO here. If you look at these, you can see SGMO moving. We have SYMC. SYMC looks good. Let's see what else we get. Oh man, guys, it is good to be back in my home computer. I'm back in my three monitors. Look at it. I'll show you guys what I do here, or what my computer setup is. Look at these beautiful monitors. I miss these things, man. I don't know how well y'all could see it, but I miss my computer setup. It's kind of a mess. You can see they did the drywall over at my house. You can see up there. You can see the drywall. They did the drywall over in my house, and we still got to get it painted. But yeah, it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. There we go. Wait. There we go. All right. It should be good. Yep. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see if we can push it back a little bit. All right. All right, guys. So yeah, so we'll see what we get. I feel so much better though. I actually slept horizontal last night. I've been eating a lot, and so I got to get my strength back, man. That was a tough few weeks, just a rough few weeks, guys. Let me make sure this volume is coming out on my end here. There we go. That might be a little bit better with the camera angle. All right. I'm going to put these glasses on. These are my blue blocking glasses that I could use. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm back home, man. I'm back home. It's been man. Like I said, the last 3 weeks I had that stomach virus, which I'm actually starting to think that it was what is it, the norovirus, the norovirus. I'm starting to think it was that, because now my grandmother was actually just out of the hospital. She just left the hospital yesterday or the day before, and now my dad actually has some type of GI problems. He has nausea, vomiting, just issues with that as well. And so I'm starting to think it was the norovirus, which makes a lot of sense if I think about it, because it lasted for weeks for me. And I'm still not quite right, but I'm actually able to eat again and sleep, which is, one of the bigger things. But yeah, so let's do this. Yeah, so SGMO looking pretty good here. Let's go ahead and look up some news. It's been a while since we looked up some news. I've been on my laptop for the last week or so in Michigan. Back home though, and yeah, let's drop some news, shall we? What happened, Mitch? You there, bro? I think I'm gonna try to drink some coffee today, man. It's actually been a week and a half since I had coffee.
Oh, I'm here, brother. Just
All
jamming
right,
out a little bit,
nice, man.
listening, and yep, these new headphones rock. So
Yeah, man.
one of the penny stocks that you guys can watch out for. I can't trade it, but I always like to let you guys know on some stocks that I see, especially over the weekend. I do a lot of research over the weekend. So two of the stocks that I'll call out for you guys is XBIO and AWSM. Both of these stocks I feel are holding relatively well. XBIO is one that I always see kind of spike and fail. That one you can kind of expect that kind of move. This one did do a stock warrant offer and a reverse. So it's been trying to get itself back up there to those levels of 15 and above. The other one I'll call out is the AWSM. This is one that, as you can see, it just kind of doesn't want to fade out. And it just regained compliance again. They did announce a 3.5 million financing in May. As you saw that spike in volume, we see that retrace to the base again and another spike. We're going to see if that one can get back above 250s and then really start making a move towards that $5.
Well, what was that last one you said?
AWSM.
Okay, yeah,
He's
that one did have a nice little move there.
yeah, definitely one to watch for you penny stock traders.
All right, so with news on excuse me, guys. All right, so with news on SGMO, and this is just going to give me the overall market news this morning. U.S. This is from MT Newswires. So it says, quote, U.S. stocks were set for a downbeat session today after the strong U.S. job report on Friday dampened expectations that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates. The Dow futures fell 0.25%, S&P down 0.19%, NASDAQ futures down 0.33%. Oil prices is down. Global benchmark Brent crude was down 0.05%. U.S. West Texas Intermediate was down 0.12% amid escalating tensions around Iran's nuclear program. So a little bit of a down day in the market, it seems. Like I said, let's go ahead and look up SGMO here. SGMO is looking pretty strong. I believe that one's tradable for me. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. And it looks like this is from Positive Data. So it says, quote, the company and Pfizer Friday unveiled updated results from the phase 1/2 Alta study evaluating investigational SB525 gene therapy for severe hemophilia A. The data showed that the SB525 was generally well tolerated and demonstrated a dose-dependent increase in factor VIII activity levels. So yeah, positive data for SGMO, positive data. We also have, let's see, SYMC gapping up some. Doesn't look bad here. Let's see what let's just look at this one. Yeah, another one that we can look at here while I have it up is OASM. OASM, penny stock gapping up some. It is up because the company announced that an agreement has been reached with its largest shareholder to solve its outstanding balance. And basically that shareholder increased their investment in SYMC. And so it's up some. We also have PHUN. Not really showing much. Let's see what else we get. What was the other one I wanted to look at? All right, so SYMC is up after Bloomberg reported Sunday that the Broadcom has secured financing for acquisition. Let's see what else. Yeah, let me know if you guys see anything else you want me to really look at today. We also have some gap downs. Let's see what we have for gap down stocks. CTST gapping down. Pretty strong gap down here. I saw NIO on the down gap list as well. ITCI gapping down significantly. NOAH gapping down some. CEI, LPL, WLL, UXIN. Yeah, so that's about it. We got AMD that looks pretty strong this morning as well. We can go ahead and look up the news on AMD. Honestly,
Right.
the biggest thing I'm gonna miss though, since I'm back home, is those birds, man. The birds are gone. No more birds chirping, man. That was my peaceful relaxation morning with those birds, man. All right.
All right. So with SGMO, you have a VP purchase, stock option, 80,500 shares at $11.85. So it's going to be a key price point. I would say it's $12 right now. He got in right under that, so that's what's giving that nice little boost this morning.
On SGMO.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the resistance area of like 1350. I think that one's solid.
That's why you got to do your research, guys. You got to understand why the stock is going up. It's usually not always just the PR. Get into the SEC forms, get into the actual releases so that you can figure out the news for yourself.
I think I've traded SYMC before as well. I think that one is tradable for us too. Let me look that one up. I can put some birds. Yeah, I was gonna buy one of those recorders that play bird sounds. I was gonna buy one of those, but oh well. So yeah, so Friday I did have a losing day. I think I ended the day down $30, $35 maybe. I think when all was said and done. We should be back to normal videos though. We should be back to normal videos, consistent videos every day after the stream. It's just been like I said, a hectic few weeks, man. I've been super sick. Been out of my house. Been at my mother-in-law's with kind of really bad internet on my laptop, so it's just harder to get anything done. We also have Riot. What's Bitcoin at nowadays? What's Bitcoin at nowadays? I see Riot's up some, but let's see. Bitcoin is at to just under 12K. See what it did in the last day or so. It looks like it's probably, yeah, it spiked from 11,500 up to 11,900 basically today. So what's the highest Bitcoin has got? So the highest Bitcoin went was 13,000. I thought Bitcoin got a little bit higher than that, but I guess not.
It's the quiet time of Bitcoin. I could see it driving again.
Yeah.
So it has a tendency of being nice and loud, what I call loud, meaning that media coverage on days that it spikes, days that it pulls back, you hear nobody talking about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, I want to see it succeed, man. I want to see Bitcoin. I want to see Bitcoin go up to over 20K. I
It'll
thought the
happen.
highs. Yeah, eventually.
It will happen.
I thought the highs were 20K. What are the lifetime highs? It's only on StockTwits. It's only showing like 13K. I thought they were higher than that. Am I wrong? Did I just remember incorrectly, or what? Yeah, lifetime highs were they really 13,700? I thought it got up to 20 before.
Of course.
Let me see.
Just looking at the wrong one.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, so the highs the other day were 13K. Let me see.
No, it spiked to right underneath 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see, 1 month. Yeah, it got to 13.7. So let's see all-time highs. So yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. The lifetime high for Bitcoin is 18K, 18 or
Here.
roughly 19K.
This is what I can tell you guys from the Bitcoin chart. Every single time you've seen a spike since April, you see spikes, quick pullbacks to the base. Spike, quick pullback to the base. Spike up, quick pullback to the base. Spike up, quick pullback to the base. Spike up, quick pullback to the base. Seeing a pattern there?
Yep.
That's all I got to say. So there's a key fundamental kind of pattern that Bitcoin has: spikes, pullbacks. So you have to figure out how to trade a pattern within that kind of mentality, that kind of psychology.
Yeah, it's just something I'm completely lost with at this point. I'm
I
not
could make
gonna.
money on it. I'm not even gonna lie. I could make money on it, but it's
Uh,
just a matter of if I want to be focused on having something that's a 24-hour day trade. I've made plenty of money on Bitcoin before. It's just a matter of you have to keep an eye on it throughout the day. You could have to wake up at 2 in the morning and get rid of your shares. And that honestly is a good possibility with Bitcoin. And so if you're okay with having 24-hour a day kind of focus towards your money, then yeah, it's definitely out there to kind of gain uh, investors' interest.
Yeah, for sure. It's super volatile, super interesting for speculators, really. Um, and honestly, like I said, it's one of those things that I really genuinely want it to do well. People hear me talk about it and think I hate it
Yeah.
or that I want it to fail. I
No,
don't, man. I want that thing to
the one
go
I
way
like
forward.
here, and I'll put it out there. Um, I like XRP just because it gives you an ability to measure risk and reward. I think this coin could eventually get above $1. Thus, you have probably about 9 cents on the downside risk from this level, and you got an upside of potential 60 cents.
This isn't the one that I always see on Facebook where they have like the bike. It's like the travel one where you like buy the kit because that's just a rip off, man.
Oh,
Okay, it might not be the same one. I know there's one on Facebook that it's like yeah, you can make money while you travel. Just throw these things on your bike or on your car, and you make money while you travel. Ooh, my wife brought me some coffee. Yes, first time I've had coffee in a week. You brought it, right? That's right.
if not, the
Forget it,
mic was
man.
about to go on mute.
Right. 100%. She got it
Look,
though.
what do
Thank you.
you mean no
Right,
coffee?
man. This is my first. I'm looking forward to this moment here. It's McDonald's coffee, and I'll take it, man. No milk though. I can't have lactose, but man, whew, smells so good. What? They put creamer in my coffee? Why?
You'll get over it, man. Just a little cream.
Oh, you forgot about it. So if I get sick, I blame you.
No
Thank
worries.
you.
We'll,
I'm
we'll
just
know
kidding.
when
Thank you.
we'll know when John goes. Oh, I gotta go to the restroom real quick.
Right. Right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna drink it no matter what, man. I don't care if it's got cream in it. Honestly, I've been eating pizza and brownies the last few days, and so I think I'm all right. I think I'll probably be okay. Yeah, is that the XYO is the one I'm thinking of? XYO is the one I'm thinking of. It's just a scam, right? This is how they get you. They're like, hey, you can make money while you travel. Invest in this coin, right? And then it's like, but if you make so much money for them while you're traveling, they should give you the kit for free, you know? But instead, you got to pay like $100 for the kit. And it's like, that's how they're making their money. They're not making their money from traveling coins. They're making their money from selling you that kit. And if you think different, you're a sucker, you know? And that's what 100% is what's going on.
You're buying an asset, regardless if it's a coin or if it's a product.
Yeah,
They're
man.
smart. They
Yeah,
just
man.
figured out a different way to kind of, instead of sell you the
Get your
coin,
money.
sell you a product.
Right, man. Hey, oh, you can make so much money with it. Just buy my kit, $100. That's how they do it too.
That's why I've been waiting for a coin to kind of actually give you a coin.
Right. Like a real coin, like a physical coin.
Yeah, like you just get sent like this little plastic little piece that says, "Hey, you have XRP."
Right. Here's your digital coin.
Yeah, because that's what I think is kind of the negative side of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is that technically your mind has to grasp the idea that you own it
Right.
because it's on the computer.
Honestly, my most hated part of the whole crypto phase, and this is what I genuinely dislike about it, is that nobody looks at it objectively. Everybody, like, here's the thing: they have all these industries that have sprouted up because of Bitcoin, and cryptocurrencies in general. You have all these industries that have just sprouted up, right? And so everybody is so dependent on Bitcoin doing well because in order for their business to do well, Bitcoin has to do well. And so they're so biased with regard to whether it's actually going to succeed or not that it just clouds their judgment. And their business is dependent on Bitcoin or cryptos doing well, and so they don't actually look at it objectively. And it's really hard to be introspective there and say, am I bullish because it actually looks like it's going to go up, or am I bullish because I need it to go up for my business to succeed? And I think that's, like I said, I think it's really hard to be introspective about that. And that's what you're seeing. Everybody's, there's all these different money making schemes with cryptos and you know mining and all that stuff, but at a certain point, it just sounds like noise to me. But again, like I said, I'm lost when it comes to Bitcoin, and so maybe that's just my, maybe that's just my lack of knowledge with it, but who knows? Yeah, and it's honestly it's way too viable. It's way too volatile to be a viable currency. All right, guys, let's do this. And I think it's something that is hard for people to understand too. All right, XBIO. Honestly, AMD's looking pretty good today.
KPTI for sure. Keep that
Yeah,
one on watch.
that one moved a ton Friday.
And tradable for us, so keep an
Nice.
eye on it for sure.
Yeah, every stock has a business behind it, unlike Bitcoin. Yeah, 100%, man.
Nice big watch list today. So I'm gonna do my best to kind of, if I do take an opening trade, not take the biggest risk. Real key with that is I don't mind getting myself a little cushion for the day, but I don't want to knock myself out with my first trade, especially when I feel like there's a lot of movement potential in the market today.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's the first week back from the 4th of July week, and people are kind of coming home from vacations like me, and we might get some action today.
Man, this stock has taken a hit. It's not a stock that I trade or probably even think about trading just because it's so big and hard to trade. But BIDU, this is a Chinese company, and man, it's taken a hit in the last kind of whole year since last June. Just been making a tremendous down move from above 200s to now close to $100.
You said BIDU?
Yeah, BIDU. Look at that daily chart.
Yeah, man. Looking weak, for sure.
Yeah, if you look at the daily, it's just like pew.
Yeah, man. Just huge drop over a 50% drop in the last year.
Yeah, without a doubt.
All right, guys. PRVL. Looking at my scanners here. PRVL is a new recent IPO.
Apple getting hit with a sell today from one of the analysis and actually getting hit with a sell. People think that the growth in Apple is slowing down. Apple has always moved because of growth, not necessarily where the price is today, but where the price is seen to go to. And now analysts are saying that Apple's growth is slowing down in such product lines as iPods and kind of their laptops having trouble. And the only thing that's really working for Apple right now is the phone, and they're kind of in the process of getting the kinks worked out in their headphones. Um, but for right now, the strongest growth in Apple is only seen in the phones, iPads kind of taking a step back, and iPods taking a step back.
Yeah, I'm a Galaxy Android user. I like Apple, but they're not for business. It's like the way I see it. They're more user friendly, but I'm just more of a Android dude. I like some Apple products, but I think their laptops are just way overpriced. All right, guys, we got 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes. Let's do this. So yeah, main watches for me: AMD, SYMC, SGMO. SGMO. Those are probably my three main watches. Like I said, SGMO looks good. We got AMD. All these are gapping up, and then SYMC. Let's see, CGC Cron kind of slow moving today.
Oh, Tigger is showing up again, man. The Tigger.
GR.
Look at that thing. That thing took a down tank.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't like this one. The range is too small, and it's
Yeah,
just not too low of volume.
too low volume. A trick.
Yeah,
This is what we call a trick stock. The reason why it's a trick stock, yeah, you could get lucky and choose a direction and kind of scalp an area, but it really has no pattern play.
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's kind of like NIO in that regard. It's just not interesting to me. Just too dull.
One that I could see a bounce back in. Let's see if it makes an attempt to get back up there. To 257 would be Tesla. Tesla, it had great earnings, kind of broke all their records in producing cars. Elon Musk putting out there beforehand. And so I think the spike was already kind of put into the stock. So we need to see if it can get back above those resistance and try to make an attempt towards bigger resistance, which would be up there to that 259, 260 area.
Tesla, it bounced the last time I saw it. Right, it dropped a ton this year, but
Yeah.
it
Uh,
bounced some.
yeah, it bounced, just based solely on earnings.
Yeah, that 250 level is interesting for sure. Look at that resistance above it. Like it's got.
Yeah, you see how strong that resistance is
Yeah,
because
for
it
sure.
used to be such a strong support for the
Yep.
stock. So you could clearly see the stock make a move back up there and then see if it rejects or continues.
Yep. Yeah, I don't mind that one for sure. We'll see. It's still got some room. It just depends. I don't know if it's gonna hit that today, but just an interesting level there.
Yeah, what I see a lot of today is a lot of already red moves. About, I would say, 5/6 of my watch list is red already, and majority of it's pretty big red already. So I'm going to be watching kind of reversals at the open, see if we can get this spike to hold or if we're just going to get a flush out. The real key is watching the volume and seeing where the big traders are getting in.
Yep, 100%. All right, guys, we got less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. Let's get this working here. We should be set. Yep. All right, let me see where the best place to put this is. I probably just put this right here since I have enough room now. Maybe, yeah, that should work. There we go. All right, guys. Let's do this. Yeah, just luckily my coffee cooled down a little bit. Yeah, so watching SGMO, SYMC, and AMD. None of those look really bad necessarily. All gapping up, showing some strength here. Sorry, I'm trying to fix this so you can see it a little bit better. There we go. All right, but yeah, AMD, Tesla, they're all showing some strength here. We got CRWD as well. So yeah, SGMO, AMD, and SYMC are my three main watches today. Those are my three main watches, just because they're both really strong gap ups. Gonna look to short them if they can fill some of these gaps with maybe some half and whole dollar risk levels. Just depending on where we get profit target. A lot of times it's going to be that previous resistance level from the previous day, and so that's what we're looking at now. We'll see if we can actually maintain those levels. But yeah, that's what we're watching now. Let's catch back up on the chat. You trade a lot of Tesla. Yeah, man. One of the cool things about TEFs in general is that you could short Tesla. You can short a lot of these big cap stocks that nobody's ever heard of, or that nobody can short. Sorry, everybody's heard of Tesla. All right, guys, let's do this. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm just gonna kind of hang back, wait a little bit. We'll see what we get. Somebody said, wow, bro, you got a webcam. You look way different than I thought. Yeah, man. Apparently, I sound like a 12-year-old. You know, if I shave, I look like a 12-year-old too. So
It's all good. Just bring your ID when you're with me, buddy.
Right. Hey, that's what I'm saying. I don't mind. At this point, I'm 30 years old now, so I really don't mind looking like a 12-year-old anymore. Or not
Exactly.
Like when I'm 40, I'll look 30. So it's like I'll take it. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. I'll take it nowadays.
Right.
I ain't trying to look older.
Yeah, man. I hated it all my life. I hated looking young all my life. I'm finally at the age where it's like, okay, like I'll look young. That's fine.
Yeah, like. All right, guys. One that I'm gonna be watching for a pullback today. AMRN on definitely my top watch list. Just because this stock has done a huge outbreak since the base. It can either continue on breaking through the resistance and holding here, which it has a resistance at 23.24, or it can reject from here, at least do a little pullback. I could see kind of a 75% pullback of that last daily bar, maybe coming back to a 21 price range. And so I'm going to keep watching this one to see if it's going to do that pullback. What I look for in AMRN is a lot of times an immediate short at the open. Someone taking the risk, kind of a gap and crap strategy, and shorting it big at the open, seeing it break through support, and attacking that.
All right, guys, there's the bell. Let's do this. SGMO dropping right now, AMD dropping, SYMC dropping. So I'm going to look at some of these for some shorts here.
AMD, big drop. AMD,
sure.
30-cent drop at the open.
Yeah, for sure. Look at that. Wow. That's a huge drop. Yeah, look at AMD, guys. Like Mitch is calling out, that's a monster drop on AMD. Just a huge drop here. All the way back down to that previous day's closing price. And I think that previous day's closing price is super significant. And so I think we should watch that. Let's see. We got the previous closing price is right here around 31.50, 31.49. And so this is a really interesting level to watch. It's also the $0.50, and so it has added confirmation there. And so we'll see if that level can actually hold. I think that's an important thing to watch as well. SGMO dropping as well. The problem with some of these with VWAP fades is that they're not quite the VWAP's not quite low enough to attack a VWAP fade with it. So the VWAP's not quite low enough to attack a VWAP fade, and we would need the VWAP to drop a little bit in order to get in that entry level, because if it doesn't drop, then if it doesn't actually drop, if the VWAP doesn't drop, then our entry is going to be right around the high of the day, and that's going to give it some more upward momentum. And so we need the VWAP to drop a little bit here. Like, say, for instance, AMD right here. If you look at AMD, the VWAP is right around that previous high of the day. It's just too risky, I think.
SGMO just washed out at the open, and then someone tried to bag buy it at 60s, They're getting killed right now. Let's see if they can bring it back up to 13s. They were bag buying for sure.
All right, so AMD's up there. We got CRWD that's up there now as well. CRWD. AMD's back up
AMRN
there too.
showing strength.
Who this coffee tastes good, man. It's been over a week, man. Who coffee tastes good. All right, looking at Cron, CRON, looking at SQ as well, SQ, CRON, Cron. There goes AMD. Like I said, this is why I don't attack fades unless the VWAP drops. This is exactly why I don't attack fades unless the VWAP drops. Because again, that's too close to this high of the day level. That's going to give it some upward momentum. I'm not trying to short that.
Missed the little entry there. It was just a little quick move. EMPH was looking to get in there in 1960s, risk off in 1965, but it already went through my 1960 down there to 1952. Probably going to get to the 1950s in a second, but it's a good trade idea. Just couldn't react in time.
Yeah, it happens, brother. Look at Cron. I don't mind Cron. The spread's just too bad. It's like a 3 or 4 cent spread, and with the small range, it's just not worth it. SQ, okay here. SQ's up to the VWAP, but honestly, it looks a little squeezish, and so I'm not trying to get up and mess with that one.
All right, guys. One that you could see a potential to start rocketing off is Maxar. Maxar, maybe VWAP bounce here. 75s off of 70s.
I'm trying to mess with this thing, so there we go. Alright, so looking at SGMO. SGMO doesn't look terrible here. We also got SYMC, which is what I'm looking at. SQ squeezing up. What's the SPY doing? We got Tesla down. Tesla's down some. Tesla really doesn't look bad for a fade if it can get up to 230s, 50s. It's been a long time since I shorted a high cap stock like that, but Tesla's not looking that bad if you can get up to 230s, because then you could use like this risk level of like 231, and so your risk level is like 50 cents. You could do 231.05. Your risk level is 50 cents. Your reward level is like $1. So good risk reward trade for Tesla. And maybe I'll trade it. Maybe I'll short Tesla. Cron looked okay, but AMD's looking weak, but it's just too sideways choppy. SGMO, I mean, if SGMO could still set up, if it breaks the low of the day here for SGMO and kind of falls down.
All right, got a starter there in Wells Fargo.
Oh, the bank stocks today, huh, bro?
Yep, keeping an eye on them.
I'm gonna throw you up, but I'm gonna keep my my chart on the side.
That's fine.
Okay.
I also liked Maxar was looking to get in here for a VWAP bounce play off of 970, but I'm not getting my entry. I wanted 73s. Might have to jump in here at 75s. I like the look of it. It really does look interesting. Might get squeezed out here. It's a quick risk for Wells Fargo's 53. So only an 8-cent risk there.
There you go. That should work.
There you go. That's Maxar's entry right there.
All right, so I'm kind of looking at SGMO. I don't hate it. I was also looking at Tesla here. I like the risk reward in Tesla. It's just got to get up there. It's not quite up there yet. Looks like it might fade up before I get that shot, though. SYMC's up to the VWAP, but again, it's just too close to the high of the day for me to really want to play that one.
All right, squeezed out there. Wells Fargo. That's fine. It's just moving back up to the resistance. I'm not going to go ahead and hold here at the resistance. Going to let it go. Looking at a VWAP bounce play, Maxar. Got an entry there at 75. like I said today, I feel like I'm going to be a little bit more active, so I'm taking a little less size, trying to go ahead and get into a good play.
Yeah, I mean that's a tiny loss anyway for.
Yeah, relative to size, that's fine. I'll take it.
Yep.
It's where it should be.
All right, so Tesla's up there. Kind of thinking about it. Let's see. Like I said, my risk would be about 50 cents. Ah, the range is just too big. The spread. No, it's not that bad, really. Get short a little bit. Oof. I'm in with 50 shares of Tesla. Is this too big of sizing? Maybe not.
Just hold to your limits and
Mm.
risk targets.
Yeah,
Is
by
really what that.
231 is roughly my risk. So
Yeah, I'm liking JD here.
let me record this. There we go. There we go. There's a little bit of a drop in Tesla. That's kind of what we want to see. I'm only holding 50 shares, and so small potatoes, but we're going to see if we can get that full breakdown for like a $50 gain or so is really ideally what we're looking for.
Ooh, nice fade there on the ACB, but that's 3 cents. It looks good, but it really isn't.
There we go. All right, we're getting a little bit of a drop here for Tesla. I've never shorted a. I think this is probably one of the more expensive stocks I've ever shorted, but I'll let it work some. See if we get a full breakdown to the 229.50s. 89s. So you can get that spread to even out a little bit. There we go. All right, I'm going to take half off there. Got 25 shares left. Gonna let that last little bit work for me. This is my reward target right here. Beautiful little trade though in Tesla. I'll take it. I'm gonna get out here. That was my reward target. I felt it starting to squeeze up. So $30 gain. I'll take it. Not a little bad, little feeler trade for Tesla. Got a little bit of cushion on the day at the very least. Oh, I just realized I didn't actually have the chart of Tesla up. Oh well. Here, there we go. Sorry, guys. Yeah, maybe I should have held on to it a little bit longer, but I'll take it. Look at the fade on Tesla, man. Tesla actually faded, man. Look at that thing. I probably should have held on to it, but I'm not really used to trading these big cap stocks like this. But look at that fade, man. It was a nice little fade there. It actually worked really well. So maybe I'll start watching Tesla a little bit more, get into the more expensive ones a little bit because it's following through now. Maybe I should have held on to some shares, but I mean, 50 shares. My commissions would stay pretty cheap as well.
All right. I had to stop out there in Maxar. Still seeing everything down.
Yeah, I'm looking at a CGC and CRWD doesn't look bad either. We also have Cron that's up to the VWAP, but I think risk reward wise, Cron isn't that good. We have SYMC, which is kind of looking okay here. Looking all right. Let's see. We also have this 1270 VWAP entry for SGMO, and then we could use a risk of like 95. See, I would just want to use the whole dollar though. Let me see. I could use 94, 95 as my risk. So 25-cent risk, but a reward level of 70 down to 20. So 50-cent reward, 25-cent risk. Not too bad for SGMO. You could even add, I could add my sizing back on Tesla here too. The only problem is like the spread was so bad when I got into it, I was immediately down like $12. So that's the issue with it. Hey, appreciate the sub, Brian. Welcome, brother. Appreciate the sub. And also, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. You know, Mitch and I day trade live on stream every weekday morning. We also keep these scanners up. So, yeah, hit that subscribe button. We do this live every weekday. And, you know, really allow people to watch our thought processes live. And so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And, yeah, show your support for the channel. Click the like button right now if you want to help support us as well.
Yeah, Square looked interesting there, taking a down move there. Saw that 3 up. I wanted to get in, but it needed to get in closer to the 88s than the 70.
Let's see. Yeah, Square doesn't look that bad for a view up rejection. You also have Kron here. I'm looking at SGMO. If SGMO can get up to like 1260s, I'll consider it for a fade with a risk level of 95 and a reward level of like 1220.
Ooh, I know which one I missed that I didn't take a look at until right now. KPTI.
Oh
Not
yeah,
a bad one.
What
Not a
happened?
bad little 20-cent fade.
Yeah, that was a nice little one. Yeah, it looked good. All right, we also have YNDX, which is right up to the VWAP. Looks pretty good here, actually. YNDX. What's the spread? Spread's only 2 cents, too, so look at YNDX here. I'm keeping an eye on SYMC, too, because SYMC is building up some resistance above it as well. And so SYMC is not looking bad either. But you would have to just keep a pretty strict risk level over 26. SGMO climbing back up here. Just a big range, but I'll try it. There's 50s. MU looking good for a view up fade. All right, I'll check that one out. Let me see. Yeah, maybe YNDX is squeezing up too much.
All right, looking at AMRN here for a VWAP reject.
Yeah, I see MU for that rejection. This would actually be a rejection because it was in a bullish trend before the fall back down under the VWAP. But it doesn't look like a bad rejection there either. We'll see. We'll see. I think the risk reward might not be great with this MU one. Look at CRWD. CRWD. This one is right at the VWAP. 5-cent spread. Risk level could be 80 or so. So your risk is big risk, about 40 cents. But your reward level is pretty big too. Your reward level is like $1 at least. All right, so here we go with SGMO. We're getting up there. I don't know how I really feel about it. Like I said, my risk would be about 25 cents.
All right, got a starter there. AMRN. SGMO coming back.
Yeah, man, that's the one I'm really watching that one. Let's see. My entry would be 67s. I'm going to jump in with 100 here and then just look to add a little bit more as it gets up there, if it gets up to my risk. And if it doesn't get up there, I'm just going to take my quick little profit is what I'm thinking about doing right here. So we'll see. Gonna give it some time. I mean, I got a decent $30 cushion on the day, and so just gonna see if we can get a nice little flush here, make a little bit more money on the day. SYMC, I'm honestly liking SYMC more and more. The more it consolidates here and builds up this resistance above it, the more I'm liking SYMC to fall back down. We'll see. It could very easily spike and kind of break these highs here, but the more it drops, the more I'm looking at it for sure. Yeah, look, there goes SYMC dropping, man. That's the one I saw, and it looked really interesting. So we are getting a drop on SGMO here.
All right, guys, got a full position here. AMRN gonna risk off of this 20 mark.
Yeah, we're down to 46 for SGMO. 45s. Getting a little bit of a spike up here. I got some cushion for it, but starting to think maybe I should keep it break even on the rest. Was about to take some profits too there. I just didn't know if I should. Because my sizing's so small, but we're getting the flush, subsequent flush, so maybe it was the right move. Down to 47s. You said you're an AMRN?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here, let me... On the fade?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
VWAP rejection.
For sure. Doesn't look bad. Alright, so we're back down here on SGMO. I'm trying to give it some time here. We just want to see a breakdown, but it keeps bouncing. It's the only issue.
Okay, so I'm using that last high, guys, as my risk. 23.16. I'll get out. Risk 10 cents on this trade. Looking to make at least 20 cents on the way down. 25 cents at the low.
$49s again. Yeah, I'm not liking SGMO now. Now that it's came back twice already. If it gets rejected here, great, but I think I got to be pretty firm with this. All right, there's 52s. This is the last chance I'm giving it, and then I'm probably just going to jump out of it. There's 49s. All right. Let's see if we can actually get the crackdown. It's got a big enough range to be profitable for me. We just need to let it work here. 47s, 46s. All right, so 45s now. There we go. There's the breakdown. Yeah, let's see here. This is the one I was essentially looking for. Gonna take half off there, and really I've taken up that other 50 shares. I'm just gonna let this last little bit work. It's down to 38s, so I can really just let this break down. I mean, it's a big gapper on the day. We'll see if we can get over 50 on the day, but there's 33s. All right, I'm out. Beautiful little breakdown. Played it how I wanted to. I can think about adding to it on some subsequent bounces, but yeah, that's kind of how I wanted to do it. Made a few bucks on that one too. All right, we'll see what else we could find today. I don't know if I'm gonna get into anything else. I'll throw Mitch up here.
All right, don't want to see it squeeze past here. Squeezing hard there, getting filled. I'm out. Got squeezed out there, guys. That's gonna be the loss for the day. I put myself in a position there to try to win there. It came up to the resistance, stopped me out. That's how it goes.
Yeah, man. Last week was tough, too, for me. So some days you do good, some days you don't, man, and it happens. Look at CGC. I mean, CGC's up there, though. And it put in some resistance above it.
Just not the day to short. Fighting the market.
CRWD. Yeah, I was looking at CRWD and it squeezed up too. SYMC. I mean, SYMC is steady putting in this resistance above it. Maybe I got out of SGMO a little bit early, but I'll take it. But SYMC, it's consolidating here, and it's putting in some solid resistance above it now. I've been watching this one all day. If I take it, it's just going to be with a small size. I don't want to kill any of what I've made already. Dude, limits on Tesla. Yeah, man. Honestly, that's the first time I've ever traded Tesla. I mean, it worked out, but I got to get used to, one of the like I said before, one of the benefits of trading mid and high cap stocks is that you'll be able to kind of learn how certain stocks act. You'll be able to trade those certain stocks more and more often, where with like penny stocks, you're not going to get to trade them that much. You might trade them one day, or 1 week, and then, you don't get to see them anymore. With mid and high cap stocks, you can kind of watch the same stocks every day, and then you kind of learn how they move. And so with Tesla, it's like I said, it's my first time really ever trading Tesla, and it might take me a little while to really learn how it moves with regard to fades and bounces, but it is one that worked really well, and so I may start watching that one a little bit more, just because, like I said, it's sometimes you got to take the time to really learn how stocks move and kind of, the way they range and stuff like that. And so I'll kind of consider looking at that after after today for sure. HTZ Junior. All right, let me look at HTZ. Yeah, I mean, HTZ's down there. I actually rented my car from Hertz. Yeah, I mean, if it bounces up to 1608, it doesn't look bad. You would just have to set a risk, in my opinion, at least. All just speculative. Not liable for any losses anybody takes. But I would want to set my risk at 1615 is where I'd probably want it. But who knows? And I mean, CGC, the reason I like CGC here, I'm really starting to consider this because if you look at CGC, it has that solid resistance above it. Like, look at these two big resistance levels right here at 39.90. Very solid resistance levels, very easy risk levels here. And here you get that double confirmation there. Just a really nice risk level there for CGC. And so with that, let's see, you get in at 39.80, risk levels 39.90, 10 cents, really easy risk level. And then all you really need to get 2 to 1 is down here to 60. So 2 to 1 trade, you can set your risk. Your risk would be this much, like this box, and your reward would be this box. And so it looks like good risk reward for CGC here. And I like the added confirmation in that 39.90 level now for sure. And so I'm really wanting to get into it. It just depends. We'll see. I just like the confirmation. I like the risk reward with it, but it may be a little bit too late. We'll see. I like the resistance above it for sure. What's up, Felix? And like I said, go check out Trade Ideas. While we got a second here after these trades, if anybody's interested in using the same platform and broker that Mitch and I use on a daily basis, go check out TradeNet. Through my link, you can get the intro package for less than $400. It's ridiculously cheap, allows you to do a lot of different stuff with it. You get 14,000 in buying power. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. There's also pretty cheap commissions if you use small sizing. You see me taking 50 shares of Tesla, 100 of SGMO. And one of the ways I can take such small sizing on there is because my commission for those trades is probably like around $4 or $5 total for a round trip. And so it's 0.0075 roughly in commissions per trade. Or per share per trade, and so it's really cheap commissions if you use small sizing. And like I said, with no PDT rule, being able to day trade as much as you want, you can actually short Tesla and anything else that's tradable on there. There's a lot of huge benefits, and it also comes with a trading course and access to their trading chat room. Like I said, for less than $400. I think it just makes sense if you think about it. It's one of the ways I think new traders can really get their feet wet in trading without risking a ton of money in the market. And so if you want to check them out, I'll post that link here. I also have a link to a walkthrough video where I break down their pros and cons. And so if you want to check out TradeNet, there's the link. You can go to the website there. But if you want to see, like I said, a walkthrough where I break down their pros and cons, and I actually do break down their cons. I try to be honest with people about it. And there are some cons to using TradeNet. Watch this video. There's the link. Also, like I said, shout out to Trade Ideas, best scanners in the game. I'm going to be making that video soon, where I, walk through how to build your own scanner for a specific strategy or stock on Trade Ideas. So go check them out. And I'll post that link here as well. Oh man, finally back to normal though, man. It's been a just a rough month, man. Being sick too, sick on vacation. I thought I was gonna have to cancel vacation. I would have lost like 2 grand if I had to cancel that thing, but so what's everybody watching today? What we got on the scanners? We got AYTU and Penny Stock Lamb. Like I said, there goes CGC's breakdown. Called that one out. Looks really good there.
Yeah, CGC just missed it up there in the 70s.
Yeah.
It is looking good though.
Yeah, for sure. It's like I said, I really like that confirmation at 39.90,
All
just because it's
right.
such a solid risk level.
Okay, get it. Gonna take one more trade here, risk another $50 here. WFC, seeing the rejection off the resistance. Let's see if we can get back down or if it's gonna spike here through 47.90s. Huge share size just got put in the trade, so now I just got to really be aware. 266,000 shares going through there on Wells Fargo's.
There you go. I'm gonna throw you up real quick. There you go.
Yeah, that is huge share size there, guys. Oh, I can't even see it. Here, let me do the new share. There's a huge sizing here. That's the only thing that's worrying me about it. Other than that, we're just gonna hold to this 47.90 right here. Make it easier to look at. I'll just bring the blue up. Want to see a quick rejection here. We start breaking this trend. Coming back to VWAP here.
If I'm such a bad long, I'd make a great short. Honestly, that's kind of what led me to shorting stocks, is because because like I said, that's kind of what led me there. Because I was like, hey, well, if my accuracy is so bad on long setups, then it's got to be great on short setups, and it kind of was. I think this is what I think is important. I think trading longs for so long, no pun intended, will kind of show you how to be a better short trader, because you understand how a stock's going to break down. You understand what causes a stock breakdown, breakdown, and what the little subtle cues are for that breakdown, and vice versa for shorts. Trading shorts, you can kind of understand when you're going to get a squeeze up and so forth and so on. And so I think it's really important for traders to kind of get their feet wet with both styles, because it can teach you how to be a better long and short trader depending on the sides you pick.
AMD getting into the VWAP there. AMD.
AMD, my baby.
Your baby making its move back up.
Where's that thing at, man? Let me look at that.
She looks interesting.
Ooh, she is up there, man. Ugh. I really kind of want to take it here. Let me see.
Yeah, it's a 3-1, so it's not a bad trade.
I'll probably be done though, honestly. I got a nice little gain on the day, 100% accuracy today. I don't know if I want to. I don't want to ruin my vibe here with a trade, so I'll probably just hang it up for the day. SGMO squeezing up as well. AMD doesn't look bad though. I really like the this risk level right here at 75. So you got a 15-cent risk, and then your reward is all the way down to 20s, 30s, really. So it doesn't look bad for sure. But like I said, I don't want to push too hard today and give back some of my gains, so I might just hang it up. It doesn't look bad though. Oh, but you guys know what's good? Is this coffee, man. This is the first time I've drank coffee in a week. It's been a week since I had coffee, and this coffee's good. I know it's McDonald's coffee, but hey. Shout out to McDonald's, man. I'll give them a shout out. It's good. Like I said, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. Mitch and I do this live every weekday. And honestly, like I said, we're the only people that are doing this every day. We're
Yeah.
the only people that are showing everybody everything and
Yep.
not hiding our
No.
trades.
Regardless win or lose, you guys are going to see, sometimes we're going to take hits. I took a big swing there in AMRN just because based on the daily chart. But if you saw the squeeze there was a ridiculous squeeze there also. You got a 30-40 cent squeeze through the mark. And so that's going to happen sometimes when you set yourself up for a good short.
Yep. Especially, yeah, for sure. When you're shorting, you're going to get squeezed up a ton. That's right, Shreep. That is my baby, man. AMD's my baby. I'm just going to have to watch her go today. I just got to watch her go today.
Huge size and getting in there also there. 37,000 shares, 57,000 shares. I mean, just do the math, guys. 57,000 times $47.
Oof.
Yeah. So you just got to hang tight here to my 47.90. I have an 81, so it's essentially a 10-cent risk. The potential gain can be down 40 to 60 cents. So that's why I took this trade. If it goes my way, it goes my way. If not, then we go ahead and we cut it and we come back another day. Do I market or limit on TEFs? Jordan, really depends. When I'm waiting for an entry and I can put an order out there, I'll put a limit order. But if it's the price is at the point where I want it, I can go ahead and use a market order on TEFs, usually because I'm going to get filled either right on that or directly below or above it. It does really do give me the really great fills for a market order. It's not like most brokers where I wouldn't recommend using market orders at all. So this does gives you an ability to go ahead and kind of market in and get a good entry because it's CFD.
Yep.
All right, guys, you guys are seeing WFC here still hold trend. If it's going to hold trend, then we just got to step out. If it's going to reverse here, then it's going to pay out. And that's all you can ever do as a trader is put yourself in the right positions, create a system that can work for you where you can come in and out of trading and continuously trade that system. All right, we just don't want to see 91s fill right here. Seeing a little bit of fill right there, boom, we get out. And that's how it goes, guys. That's going to be it for me today. Going to go ahead and wrap up shop. Max loss kind of day. And that's going to happen.
Yeah, man, don't stress it. You did pretty well last week, I think, so
Yeah,
bounce back.
it is what it is. This Monday.
Yep. Yeah, there goes AMD up too, and this is. I mean, I'm not gonna. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna pretend like I knew it was gonna squeeze up because I honestly thought AMD looked good, and so I think this one would have faked me out if I was in it.
Yeah,
But
it looks good. I think we're just getting a choppy market today because if you look at the major stocks are going down. The SPY is bouncing. I just think it's one of those chop days. You look at Apple, it's making its way up to a VWAP fade. I don't know if anyone wants to take that over there, but definitely big boy.
yeah, for sure. Tesla, man, I traded Tesla today. It worked out fairly well with
Yeah.
Tesla.
I feel like the bigger stocks did good fades today, and the little stocks did chop moves.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what I really did today is like I attacked these gap ups. So we had SGMO gapping up. A lot of times we're gonna get opening weakness. Same thing with what was the other one? Tesla. And so we got kind of attacked a lot of these gap ups. Tesla wasn't really a gap up, but SGMO was a really nice gap up breakdown that we get a lot. And here's the big thing though with SGMO: if you watch it, it's now finally starting to squeeze up, and so SGMO could break the highs here, and this is what we see a lot. But it's starting to squeeze up. An interesting level to watch for this one is over 13. If it can break 13. And really hold that level as support, it looks more and more interesting for SGMO specifically. And so we'll see what happens with that one. OASM, if you like those penny stocks, looks good as well. And the same one, I've been watching this one almost all day, is SYMC. But a lot of the other ones I'm watching did get squeezed up here. And I think, like Mitch said, it has a lot to do with the SPY. But like I was looking at CRWD, and this one got just a crazy squeeze up. It looked like a really nice VWAP fade setup, and this one just didn't look back. It just kept going. I think it's a really important, kind of lesson here in attacking gap ups, because a lot of times these gapping stocks will just wash out, at least at first at the open. The SPY does this really well, where if it's a big gap up, a lot of the time SPY is going to drop the next morning. Or drop that morning after the big gap up, and vice versa. If it's a big drop, a lot of times the SPY is going to bounce the next morning. And it goes back to extension levels in trading and kind of understanding those extension levels, specifically short-term micro extension levels. There's always going to be the macro where, long-term charts come into play. But sometimes it takes a little bit longer for those charts to actually follow through. And with short-term day trading like I'm using, I'm looking at the most recent levels, like the gap ups, the previous pre-market gap ups, because those are what's going to give me those quick short-term results that I can take advantage of. Like I said, like if you get a big gap up and then you get a subsequent flush the next morning at the open, I'm not saying it won't eventually rebound and come back up and start running. But what I'm saying, though, is that when you get a huge gap up, a lot of the time you're going to get a subsequent drop at the open. And then it may reverse, but a lot of times you're going to get at least that short-term drop. And the same thing with the SPY, with AMD, SPY, and gap down stocks as well, if that makes sense. Oh, man. That's rough, Justin. Sorry to hear that, brother.
That happens.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, I've honestly gone through the same experience. So when I first started trading, I used to trade off a Knife 3, and I thought I could put 3 monitors on it. Definitely couldn't. And
That's me.
Ran into a situation where I lost pretty much the same. Was up about $185 on a stock and was looking to take profit. I hit the sell button and the whole computer crashed. It was my second day of trading ever. So definitely a stressful experience to go through, but something that you can learn from. It took me a little while. I'm not going to lie. I was definitely frustrated that day. But what I came to learn is what you'll come to learn in a lot of trading is that you have uncontrollables in trading and you have controllables. What's our uncontrollable? Our uncontrollable is, hey, system failures, crashes. Sometimes you're just going to get a trader that's just going to go against you. I've talked about this before in our classes, but it only takes one trader to really put a big position against yours for it to go ahead and change the pattern and your trade not fulfilling. So you can't really focus on what's called the uncontrollables. You want to focus on the things that you can control, which is your risk taking, your profit to loss ratio, how you attack your system every day, and how many trades you're taking. Things like this. These are all variables that you can control and that you can work on to improve your trading.
Yeah, 100%. And that's the only thing that you can really focus on. You just stick with that, and you play probabilities. You stick with what works. You play probabilities, and you focus on, like Mitch says, what you can actually control. And just don't beat yourself up over everything else that you can't control, because that's in poker we have the term tilt. Tilt, which is you take a loss in poker. And then you're so frustrated from that loss that your game starts to change and you start to play worse and you start to play more aggressively, and then you take a bigger loss, and then it kind of spirals out of control. And so the only thing you can really do is just focus on what you can control, which is good risk reward, following your setups, and controlling, your emotions. It's the only thing you can control.
Yep. And sometimes calling it a day.
Right.
We got to remember, guys, you choose to trade or not. So days that you put yourself in the hole, that's your decision. So learn to go ahead and decide what's too big of a hole. Because if you're just going to always try to scoop yourself out of holes, you're going to dig yourself a big, big grave.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's one of the bigger skills in trading. It's one of the harder skills to actually kind of condition in trading, is the ability to just hang it up and say, you know what, I don't need to trade anymore. Even though I want to rectify that loss, I probably shouldn't, and I'm just gonna hang it up and be done. That's one of the hardest skills to achieve in trading. Look at SYMC. Like I said, I was talking about SYMC all morning. Sorry, guys. I just now noticed this one. I was talking about SYMC all morning. Check this thing out, man. Called this breakout. Like I said, I really like this level right here at 2605, 27, and I really liked it. The more it consolidated under those highs, the more I liked it. So we did get a breakdown there.
I think I see the rule of three.
Yeah, man. But I'll probably. Oh wait, go ahead.
I don't think I'm crazy on that rule of three there.
Oh no, for sure. It 100% works. Also, guys, before I close it down, if you're interested in trying the demo challenge on TradeNet, like I said, there's not really any downside to trying the demo challenge. At the very least, you get a free demo account for the duration of the challenge. And so the basic way it works is they give you a free $10,000 buying power demo account to trade with for a week, 5 trading days. And if you can make $500 in net profit with that demo account while following the rest of the rules, then you win yourself a free intro package on TradeNet. And like I said, it's completely free to enter. There's not really a downside, at least in my opinion. And you might as well, at the very least, like I said, you get a demo account for a week. That's, the minimal that you're actually going to get. And so it's not a bad deal if you want to check that out. Like I said, I think it makes sense. And, you might as well get a free paper account for a week if you're interested in checking that out. And I'll post this video here as well. Or I'll post this link here as well. Thinkorswim has some server issues. Tefs is TradeNet's platform, or the platform that TradeNet's funded account goes through. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, go check out our Discord as well. Like I said, our goal for this Discord is to create a free day trading chat. And so if you want to be a part of our public Discord channel and kind of join the family over here, I'll post this link here as well. Here's the link. Like I said, our goal for that Discord is to create a free day trading chat room. And so go check that out. And yeah, that'll be it for the day, guys. I think I'm probably done.
Yeah.
Oh, also, last thing. Go check out we have free day trading classes. I will get back to uploading them. Like I said, I've been sick for the last week. It's been tough. I probably lost 5 pounds in the last week alone. It's just been a terrible few weeks trading. And like I said, we also had renovations at my house. And so it's been just a hectic few weeks. I was also on vacation. So I've been sick. I had renovations with drywall repairs at my house, and I was on vacation in Michigan the last week, and so it's just been rough, man. But yeah, go check out. We got free day trading classes for free. Mitch and I, at this point, we're just trying to give everybody everything for free. We're just trying to put everything out there for free and let that good karma be on our side. So go check that out. There's the link. Yeah, but for me, I mean, I'm like a natural 170-pound dude. And so losing 5 pounds, I don't want to lose 5 pounds, man. I'm like 5'11", I'm like 5'11", 170 pounds. And so I don't want to lose 5 pounds, man.
Dude, I'm a monster at 170.
Not me, man.
I should be in the UFC at 170.
Get that welterweight, huh?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've been a good flyweight all my life. That featherweight.
Yeah, man.
Little Mayweather over here.
Oh, man. man. But yeah, honestly, it's like people always say that. They're like, oh, you lost weight. It's like, I don't want to lose weight, man. I need my weight. Any weight I have, I need to keep, man. I'm already like I'm 170 right now. I feel frail. Like I said, the last few days have been great. Yes, I did, Junior. Did you see that KO, that Ben Askren KO? Wow, man. I showed my mother-in-law this. I was sitting in Michigan watching that fight. And I showed my mother-in-law that fight, and she would not be quiet after. Like, she literally wouldn't shut up for the rest of the night. She would just talk about how
the knee,
disgusting.
Right? The knee to the face.
Yeah. She wouldn't talk. She would just keep talking about how disgusting it was, and about how it's such a terrible, thing. And I immediately regretted showing her that KO, because that KO was brutal, man. Just absolutely ridiculous, man. Just brutal.
He decided before the fight what he was doing.
Oh, 100%. No, he has a video of him a day before the fight planning that knee out. He planned that. He planned that, man. Yeah,
he just went for it.
Yeah, 100%. I was worried Ben Askren was dead. I legitimately thought that dude might be dead, man, because that was a brutal knee, and the subsequent hammer fists were really man, just brutal, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, what we can take from that, guys, is that's how you trade.
Yeah,
Get your plan beforehand. You look at the pre-market. You know what you're going to do. And as soon as that bell rings, boom, you knock into action. You don't worry about what's going to happen. You only worry about this is your plan. This is how you're going to take it. This is the approach. Go for that knee. Just might get a knockout.
Trade like Jorge Masvidal. That's today's lesson, guys. All right, guys. Good luck. Like I said, go join our public Discord. We're trying to make a free day trading chat out of this Discord, and we built it up to have a pretty big, like I said, it's a pretty big following here on Discord, and so that's our goal, is just to keep building this Discord up. I think we have, pretty close to, let's see, 60... Yeah, we've got almost 500 people there, so help us build this, guys. Yeah, check out the public Discord. There's the link. And, yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. Be careful in this market. I'll see you guys a little bit later. I'll try to have at least one video out today, if not two. And so be on the lookout for that as well. Appreciate everybody coming and chatting with us and, coming and trading with us today. And, yeah, guys, good luck. Have a good day. We'll see you all a little bit later.